Okay, guys, so exactly 9 o'clock. Sounds strange saying 9 o'clock rather than 8 o'clock, but exactly 9 o'clock. So time for us to get started. We've got a very, very busy week in front of us. I don't know about you guys, but I am finding right now that I'm getting busier and busier than ever. I was talking to a guy today who is a social media specialist, and I was looking at some way that I can advance my game and see what I can do to expand the reach of people that I've got. And he was telling me just how much internet usage has gone through the roof in the last 4 weeks. I think the statistics he gave, and I'm going to do this off the top of my head now, but I think what he told me was, depending on the platform, they've increased their traffic by between 43 up to 51% in the last 4 weeks. The number of searches for work from home or home-based business on Google has increased by 1,200%. There are more people than ever before looking for a way to make an additional income, and we have a perfect vehicle for them because we have a way that people can make money without leaving their front door. In fact, we've got two ways. They can either just choose to trade if that's what they want, or they can build a team. And if they want to build a team, then when it comes to, to building a team, the income potential from trading is outstanding. It really is amazing. And I've been talking to people today who are making tons and tons of money, and we're not allowed to disclose these days how much money we're making from trading, but the numbers are more than I thought was possible in a short space of time. And at one point in time, I did have big ideas of what we could do, and we had some setbacks along the way, and that happens. We had some setbacks, but right now, with what we're doing right now with DeLorean, and in fact talking to Simon over the weekend, and so Simon's just upgraded to the Elite Pack. My pack's due to be renewed next week. When mine renews, mine goes up to the Elite Pack. So I get access to a ton more trades. And I know that Simon's seeing the results already directly in front of him. So there's a staggering amount of money to be made from trading, but that can be dwarfed by helping other people and building a team. And that's what I really, really like, because some of the posts that I'm seeing people putting out from the team saying how much they're starting to do in a matter of a few weeks or a few months of getting started, and saying how much this business is changing their lives. That's incredibly rewarding. So given that, it just gives us an astonishing opportunity. Now, I'm not going to go on about that tonight because that's not my place tonight. And I'm actually looking for, I can see I have Brandon on. I don't know whether I can see, I'm looking through all the names. No, Brandon, I can't see whether Jason is with us yet.
One second. Yeah, he should be jumping on now because he said he'd be on about 3 minutes after. It'll either show up as Jason Brown or I Am Official, one of the others.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to keep looking for that. But the opportunity is getting stronger and stronger for us. Right now, the good news, the bit that everybody's been waiting for over the weekend, is weekend's gone. Everybody's now happy because now we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday in front of us. On Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we've got 2-hour sessions with Tyrone kicking the day off at 11 a.m. through till 1. Then we basically get a lunch break. And then we have Patrick picking it up at 1 till 2. So you get 3 hours of expert traders teaching you what to do, but not just teaching you what to do, but giving you trades whilst you're there and making money live whilst you learn. And don't forget, there is a wealth, an absolute mountain of education in IM Center that can solve all of your problems financially. Right now, at a time when people around the world are sat indoors, not allowed to leave their house, struggling for things to do, watching crappy daytime TV and all numbers of weird and wonderful things, we have the opportunity to show them how they can actually move things on for themselves and do better for themselves. So as I'm looking, I can see.
And Roger, let me say a few words as Jason is jumping on. And guys, I know you can't see me on the screen. Hopefully you can hear me on here. But as Jason is jumping on, one of the things that I was sharing this morning when I was doing a call actually with the Czech Republic, which first of all, guys, definitely excited to have people jumping on the calls we do. But one of the things I was sharing actually with our team in the Czech Republic is there is no better time to build or trade than right now. I think we got a lot of people out there who are fear-based where they're like, oh, it's almost like it freezes people. They're frozen. They're sitting there and they're waiting. And the question is, waiting for what? What exactly are we waiting for? Because our bills are not waiting. The bills are coming. And so right now with, I was just asked last week, well, Brandon, how's the trading going with the way that the markets are? And I'm like, dude, better than ever. In fact, because of my trading style for what I've changed the last 4 weeks, our trading is doing extremely well. And so things work out best and work out well for those who continue to persist and revise, no matter what the situation is, no matter what is going on around the world. Really, the difference is what's going on inside of you. And with that, Roger Jason has jumped on the call. If you want to go ahead and make him the host and edify, Jason is here.
Okay, I'm looking forward to this because, guys, I don't know. I hope if you were with us a couple of short weeks ago when Jason and Matt started to do the chairman boot camp, I was blown away. I sat there riveted every single night, soaked up every single word. And honestly, my notepad is still bursting with stuff that I went over and I'm applying right now. And my business is growing because of it. And I know that I have people in my team whose business is growing because of it. So right now, one of the very, very best people I can think of to actually take us further on and show us exactly where we need to be with our business is Chairman 500, Jason Brown. And I had him 1 second ago and everyone's moved. And I've lost you now, Jason. There you go. I can see you now. So, Jason, I'm going to pass this across to you, make you host, and it's all over to you, my friend.
Let's go. Can you hear me, Raj?
Yes, I can.
Come on now. I just got off a really good mentorship call, and I'm coming into this call with some steam. So first off, I wanted to apologize. There was a bit of a scheduling mishap, and I'm trying to be as organized as I can. It's been a crazy couple weeks, and I just messed up. So thank you guys for being here and making that adjustment. I know we had to push the call back 1 hour, but like I told Brandon, and like I'm going to tell you guys right now, I want to really share a different angle of leadership training and mentorship training on this call, because I think it's needed right now. We are seeing, this is a trading company, right? And we are seeing some things in the markets for the very first time. We're seeing some things in life, okay, for the very first time. I was just talking to my dad before via text because I haven't stopped all day. I've been literally on calls since 8:30 in the morning. But in our family group chat, I posted in there because it's been insane. Oil. Okay, oil just literally dropped to it's saying, 0.01. It's saying it's 1 cent on TradingView. And then some brokers are still listing it at, 14, 20. I'm not exactly sure, where it's really at. It looks like it's really at 0.01. That's actually a little bit insane. So this is something we've never seen before, right? And like Brandon was saying, this is the time right now when you either step up to the plate and you really focus in and you learn this skill and you network it and share if you want. It's optional. You want to build it, go build it. If you're going to do it, whatever you want to do right now is a time to buckle down and go all in. Why? First off, all of us are required to be home. Okay. When have we ever had an excuse to be home? I don't know about you guys. I like being home. It's fun. I get way more work done. I've been way more productive. My business has felt a way bigger impact. And the people that I've personally brought to the business are getting a way bigger impact. So, 1 second. So, when has it ever been? Personally, I don't know. Maybe some of you guys are like, no, I disagree. I want to be out and about. I like being home. But right now is the best time because so many good people, so many hardworking professionals are looking for something. And honestly, like a lot of my friends that were way too busy that had always said, man, I'd love to learn how to trade, but, I'm just too busy. I'd love to trade, but, I just don't have the extra time. They're all joining. I signed up 10 people in the last 4 days personally. And a bunch of them are friends that I worked with 5-6 years ago that are all just wanting to learn how to trade. And now they have the time to do it. So it's a great chance for us to expand the company, improve our value, and show the world that we really are a solution to a problem. But it's also a great time for somebody to step back and potentially pivot their entire life. Some of my friends who, are making 60 to 100 grand a year in corporate America, they're learning how to trade. And, I'm not the hype guy, but honestly, they can make way more money with their skill, their level of intelligence, their level of execution, but they've just never had the chance to buckle down. So for me, this is a really pivotal time to just go out and talk to people and just say, look, just connect and be genuine with people. I'm not selling anybody. I don't chase people down. I don't beg people to join, but a lot of people are thanking me for, opening up my mouth and bringing this to them. I have a group of 25 people I personally enrolled. I just got off the call with them. I showed them some stuff on the charts for the last hour and just gave them some mindset about trading. And dude, I got literally every single one of them. Thank you so much. That was amazing. This isn't a sales business. You don't sell somebody a car and they thank you every day of their life, maybe a little bit, maybe for the first day or two, but this isn't sales. This is an opportunity of community, friendship, confidence, and really to change people's lives. So, I think right now is the best time that we can really just step up and, number one, sharpen our sword, and number two, bring this to the right people. But the thing that I really want to talk about most importantly is utilizing the platform at its biggest capacity. As of right now, again, I don't know the range of who's on this call, how long you've been in the business, how long you've been trading. I don't really know those things, right? So I'm going to speak to everybody who potentially be on this call. Okay. If you're not using the IM Center all day, every day, that's something that you're missing out on. On Go Live, just Go Live alone. Right? There's literally so much value. And for us, if you're new, if you're in your first 30 days, forget everything. Forget HFX, forget DCX, forget, FRX Advanced, all the different strategies. Forget all that. You should be focused right here. We're adding our 8th Forex Basics educator. He's amazing. I've been waiting to get him on the platform for 3 years. He's been waiting. He's been a loyal guy, and he's going up on Saturday. He'll be Saturday, Sunday during the day. So for you guys in the UK, he'll be around 7 or 8 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday. So I try to put him during the day so we can have our, UK, European markets benefit, and also the US markets can benefit. So it'll be Saturday, Sunday afternoon around 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern. And then he'll be probably Monday evenings around maybe 6 p.m., something like that. Because Mondays are great, and we have nobody doing basics Monday nights. So I wanted to add them. Anyway, guys, you can literally start by picking one session per day, right? 1 hour per day. Now, some of you guys are marketers. Some of you guys are builders. Some of you guys are putting a little more focus on building a team. Some of you guys are putting no focus on building a team. Regardless, start to educate yourself. Because if you're trying to build a team and you want big long-term success, you've got to know the ins and outs of trading. You don't need to be a professional trader. I've never personally showed anybody my portfolio. I've made 6 figures trading. That's great, but I never needed to leverage that to get people in or to get people to trust me as a leader. But I'll tell you, there are people that know nothing about trading and they never get true momentum. Again, you don't need to be an expert, but you can't also just be a marketer and sign people up for something you don't use, okay? So I tell people, keep it simple. 1 hour a day is a great place to start, especially in the beginning, Forex basics. And what I do with my new personals is I will even sit down with them, share the screen and say, okay, Sunday, you could do 7:30 or 8 p.m. with Jimmer or Maxime and Leanna. If you want, you could do the first 30 minutes, 45 minutes with Maxime and Leanne, and then you could jump on with Jimmer if you want to be on both. Which actually I want to make an adjustment and push Jimmer back to 8:30 so people can do back-to-back. So I wanted to, let me just quickly, one second. One second, guys. I'm going to actually do this. See? Okay. So, okay, pick your session on Sunday. Got it. Pick your session on Monday. Okay, got it. So you want to do this 7 days. What session are you going to commit to? Maybe maybe they want an off day. Maybe they only want to do 5 days. But consistency is going to be the key on building and trading. Consistency. I'll tell you, if you're doing 8 hours one day and then you don't do anything for the next 4 days, it's completely useless. That's like going to the gym 1 day a week and focusing on one body part. You're going to have big bulked up arms 1 week, and the next week your arms will be deflated and you got big bulked up legs. The next week you have a big bulked up chest, but your legs are back deflated. Guys, if you want aesthetic results, you have to have an aesthetic work ethic. So if 2 hours a day is too much for you in the beginning, peel it back and do 1 hour a day. I'd rather you do 1 hour a day than 2 hours one day and 0 the next. That's not consistency. Find a good place for yourself to do 30 minutes. 1 hour a day is not a lot to ask. Everybody has an extra 1 hour a day. Everybody. Even the busiest people in the world have an extra 1 hour a day. And if you don't, you need to schedule your time better because there's gaps in your time. There's gaps in your schedule that you're not taking advantage of. And one of the things that I teach over and over and over again is time organization, right? Print out a schedule. Go get a notebook. Go get a planner. Guys, get organized with your time. You got to be deliberate with your time. In the past few years, I've made very few mistakes with my schedule and I've been very organized. That's why I can take on a big capacity as a leader. Some people are like, how do you do it? How do you manage 150,000 people in your team? All those emails, all those texts. It's only because I'm organized. I'm not better than anybody else. I'm just organized. So get organized with your time. That's important. Now, if you've been trading for over 30 days, 60 days, you guys can do the same exact thing, but with the advanced, right? So the point is, get on Go Live. Don't worry so much about, what strategy, what tool, what this, what that. And I know some of you guys just want to copy and paste your way to success. That's good. You can make money that way. But the real shift here, the real value is, first off, it's not that crazy to look at a chart and understand where it's going. It's not. But I want to teach people to develop a wealth mindset, right? I want to get you out of the passenger seat so you can realistically live this lifestyle, right? A lot of people join because they don't want to work a second job. They don't want to drive Uber or taxi anymore. They don't want to go deliver food anymore like I used to do. This was my way out. But if you just have this, Roger will do it for me mindset, or Brandon will do it for me mindset, or the swipe trades, or Steady, or DeLorean, or whatever it is that is giving you signals, if that's your only approach, you'll make good money, but you're not going to get free. You're not going to get wealth. So the point is that, guys, you don't need to be all in, committed 8 hours a day today. Okay. That's very unreasonable to ask. But I'm suggesting that, you stay consistent, and look, in a year, 2 years, 3 years from now, guys, your life can completely change. I joined this company. I was $70,000 in debt. $70,000. Like I was broke, busted, and disgusted. You could have left me on the side of the road and I had zero value, okay, financially, besides to the credit card companies. But I gave trading a chance. I practiced on demo. I did a lot of things the right way, the long way. When other people were trying to speed their way up or cheat their way or find shortcuts, I wasn't jumping from pair to pair, educator to educator. I try to stay as focused as I could, strategy to strategy. Some people change their favorite strategy like they change their favorite underwear every day, right? And I'm telling you guys, you got to find something and study it. I trade a lot of Bitcoin. Okay. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll see like I really, really do a lot of analysis on Bitcoin, a lot of trading on Bitcoin, a lot of marking up on Bitcoin. And because I'm watching Bitcoin every single day, I'm starting to predict that next move like 8 times out of 10. Literally, while I was on that last mentee call, right before this one, I literally said, Bitcoin has been respected. Oh my God, yo, they're probably freaking out. They're probably freaking out. I literally just called like $100 move on Bitcoin. Why? Because I'm the best trader in the world? No, I'm not. But because I've trained myself to understand the markets, right? I'll show you. My chart got deleted because I wiped out my cookies, but I'll show you guys real quick. I literally, while we were on the call, if you look, 30 minutes, you guys will see. I called out right here around this level, the 68, like 67, 60 area. You have a lot of like support and resistance, mostly support, which shows me that they're probably going crazy. Look at this. This entire move we just caught. This entire move from 67. I gotta text them. They're gonna freak out. They're probably freaking out. So funny. But guys, check this. Okay. If you can train yourself, right, on 1 or 2 pairs and just continuously train yourself, looking at these charts, you can almost do it with a naked eye, right? You could almost look at it and go, well, it looks like the market rejects a lot off this level. It looks like the market rejects a lot off of this level, right? You see it. This isn't anything more than just time working in your favor, right? Those are what I see to be the 3 biggest levels for Bitcoin right now, right in there, right? So again, you guys can become great traders with an hour or 2 a day. If you want to give it 8 to 10 hours a day, go. Nobody's stopping you. But, you know, you can't just show up when you want and expect to be successful. You can't show up when you want and say the platform didn't work. You can't show up when you want and expect for other people to do it for you. And that's what I tell everybody. This doesn't need to be a full-blown relationship. You don't need to put on the wedding ring to IM Academy. You don't need to put on the wedding ring and make that full-blown commitment, but you got to be consistent. You know, it's like dating. You got to understand what Bitcoin is, understand her emotions, understand the behavior, what time they like to go to sleep, like all those little things. Once you get it, you're going to understand what's coming next most of the time. All right. So that's key, right? Framing that professional approach and getting out of the hype. See, I work with a lot of 18, 19-year-old kids, and it's all hype. Like it's hype, excitement. And that's cool. But at the end of the day, I like to also shift them back towards a professional mindset and a professional approach, because in the beginning, you're day trading, you're building your portfolio. Some of you guys are trading a couple $100. That's where I started. But eventually, you could be the manager of your own portfolio, like I'm at right now, managing a multiple 6-figure crypto portfolio, right? For myself. I don't need to pay when I make a withdrawal to a financial institution. And I definitely don't need to pay 10 years from now when that portfolio is sitting beautiful. That's my retirement fund. I don't need a 401k. I'm building my own, right? But that will come with just a simple, consistent look at the markets every day. So I wanted to talk about that as we start this off. Now, the one thing that I want to do, because I've been doing it on all my calls, okay, I've been doing it with pretty much all my groups, is I just want to open up a Q&A. The chat box is open, okay? The chat box is there. Ask me some questions about building. It could be about trading, whatever it is. All right, so let's see what we got. Pop them in the chat box. Is the chat box open? Yeah, it should be. Let's use our time wisely. If you guys have like specific questions, maybe some things you've been struggling with, maybe you want some further direction on certain things. So Roger leading by example as always. Okay, what is your favorite way to find a new prospect? So for me, I think right now what's relevant is understanding where we're at, right? Understanding that usage on the internet, usage on social media is up like 30 to 40%. Okay, 30 to 40% usage on social media, meaning people are on their phones a lot. And, with that being said, look, we can't even really go out and prospect people. So this is going to be a social media answer. First off, the social media boot camp that we did from the Chairman Boot Camp. So if you guys go to my YouTube and you haven't seen that yet, I did about an hour and a half Facebook training, mostly Facebook. I talked a little bit about Instagram. But for me, first off, if you have never read How to Win Friends and Influence People, if you've never, like studied kind of like relationship building, I would go there first, right? I would recommend. You guys can probably get these audios today, okay? You have How to Win Friends and Influence People, the original Dale Carnegie, and then How to Win Friends and Influence People in the Digital Age, which is a little more up to date, a little more modern approach, but same thing, right? Same idea, same concepts. Now, if you understand those things and then you've maybe watched my social media bootcamp, I think the key is just being genuine, connecting with people and letting them know why, right? If I'm reaching out to you, Raj, and I'm like, man, Roger, great to connect with you. I found your page. I was just looking through and connecting with, successful people with good energy. So I just appreciate, your posts. I saw a couple things you posted about, leadership or mindset or working out or, guys, every one of us has hobbies. Another way to connect with people is through your hobbies. I'm a Tennessee Titans fan. I'm big into sports, as you guys can probably tell. There's just certain things that I like. So I can connect with people in that way, right? I can connect with people on the sports topic, right? Brandon Boyd and I love, like both of us, we collect memorabilia. So if Brandon wants to talk to Matt Rosa about his sports memorabilia, they're not going to have a conversation. But Brandon and I are talking about some of the stuff that we want. Brandon's like, hey, instead of getting me a watch when I hit Chairman 100, this is what I want. Like, we can have that conversation. So think about, the way you connect with people and how you're connecting with them. Because your intentions will always show. I truly believe that everybody's looking for something more. I can't imagine that I know millionaires and I know billionaires, and they're always looking for something else. And sometimes it's not even for the money, it's for the purpose, right? For me, like I'm always open to projects, but I'm really just looking for things that can increase the legacy, right? So, I think people are always open, but it's why you're approaching them that sometimes people will throw up that guard and not be approachable anymore. So connect with people in their heart, right? Find out like why they would want something more. What are their hobbies? What are their interests? What are they into? And then you're not like feeling weird about connecting with people on social media. Guess what, guys? It's called social media, not anti-social media. Okay. People are on social media to be social, not anti-social. Now, yes, some people like my grandma have 14 friends on Facebook. She's not being deliberately anti-social, but if you message her about an opportunity, she's not going to take it. Got it. That we understand that part. But most people are on social media looking for, networking and stuff like that. So just the answer to that question, the short answer is just be genuine. Just connect with people, build relationships, and don't be afraid to shoot your shot. Don't be afraid. Michael Jordan said, I would shoot 10,000 to miss 9,000. Like I'm ready I'm shooting my shot and I'm going to fail my way to success. Manny G, do you recommend doing 4 intro to Forex and multiple fast start zooms all the time to grow your team? I mean, look, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell all of you something. This is the truth. If you're looking for the perfect formula, you'll never find it. So stop it. The perfect formula does not exist. It doesn't. It's the truth. Brandon Boyd and I've been doing this for 4.5 years inside of this company. We still don't have the perfect formula. What I can tell you is the more aware you are, the more conscious you are to what people are reacting to, that's where you're going to thrive. Right? So I'm never giving too much and I'm never taking too much. I'm trying to find that sweet spot. If I feel like I'm, losing people, then I know it's time to dial back. If I feel like people are getting overwhelmed, I know it's time to dial back. If I feel like people are underwhelmed or they're undermotivated, then I need to step it up a little bit. So you got to know your audience, right? You got to know who you're coaching. I have groups that are 18 years old. I have groups that are 45 years old. I have groups that are in Europe that have a different mindset, different approach. Then I have groups in South America who are all hype. So I can't bring the same mentorship to one group that I bring to the other. I can't bring the same building strategies to, Roger that I can bring to, one of my leaders in South America who jump up and down, throw chairs in the air and scream and want to go chairman. I can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't imagine if I had Roger, your whole team jumping up and down on chairs. You guys would quit and go do something else tomorrow. It just, you know what I'm saying? But if I talk about responsibility and maturity and to the wrong group, they're like, no, I want to make money now and I want to have fun with my friends. So just, you got to know who. I see some of you guys laughing, which is funny, like I see Barrington's like, dude, this chair, he's got a big comfy chair. That thing ain't going in the air, man. I feel you. So look, guys, you got to know your group. You got to know who you're speaking to. And if you're speaking to a group like on this call right now, we have such a dynamic of people here, then, in this, I'm giving you guys a generic, more broad professional strategy and answers. So just know who you're with, like know who it is, right? And if you know whether it's men or women, adults or millennials, just kind of go with that vibe. Be a chameleon. That's what's going to help you be successful in this business, right? The fact that like I can have a conversation about marketing with Simon, and then 5 minutes later I can have a conversation with his son and, kind of adapt to both sides, right? So I think that's really, really, really important. Okay. Let's see. How do you manage customers and builders? Okay, Arnessa, this is a great question. So Arnessa's question is like, how do you manage customers and builders, and do you keep them in separate groups? Yes, to some extent, yes. When somebody joins, see, I always want to know where you are. I don't care where I'm at. I trade and I build. I do both. But I can't assume that for every person, or else I'm going to have a very one-dimensional business, right? And I'm going to deflect a lot of good people away. Because I think a lot of the best people in our company were customers first. Brandon Boyd signed up to be a customer. I signed up, Matt Rosa signed up to be a customer. Some of the top people in this company joined as customers, saw the value, and then just started genuinely sharing it with people. I love that approach. Now, when somebody joins, I always ask them, or I always let them know, hey, look, if you're just a customer, okay, you're just going to trade. You might be a customer who wants the services for free, or you may be a customer who sees the vision and you want to build the business, to 12 people or beyond, right? So I always give them those 3 categories: customer to and free, or customer who's building the business. That way they can tell you where they are. So if I sign up, my boy Tony over here, and I'm like, hey, Tony, where do you see yourself in the first 60 to 90 days? Just a customer. Do you want to get your 2 and free? or do you want to build a business? Tony says, well, Jay, you know, I may want to build a business later, but right now I want to focus on trading. Now I can give Tony the strategy to trade and get a success story, and we don't talk about building for 90 days. See, what happens is we use trading to get people in the door, but then sometimes people are smacking them with all these builder calls, all these network marketing things, when it's not what they joined for. So people get turned off and they lose sight of the fact that this company is a trading company and it's by far the best. That's not an opinion. Where else can you go if you really want to learn how to trade? Like I have people that join. I had 2 people that signed up yesterday alone from these companies that promise automation and we'll do it for you. And you don't have to do anything but sign up. They lost all their money. One girl lost 20 grand. One guy lost 30 grand. It's too good to be true. When it's too good to be true, it doesn't work. So, you know, and both of them said the same thing. I want to learn the skill set because the do it for you stuff doesn't work. And I said, I know, that's why I'm here. I've been here patiently waiting. Guess what, guys? There is no easy way. If it was easy, everybody'd be rich already. So don't buy into that. Start people off the right way and tell them the truth. Yes, this is a journey. Yes, it's going to take some time. But you know what? Is it worth it? Yeah. Yeah, because you can actually learn how to manage your own wealth, not just make money, right? So it is important to divide those groups. Now, your builders should have some type of involvement in trading, because I don't really believe that you can be a successful builder if you don't even know how to look at a chart, right? If you don't even know what a pip is. Like that's, honestly, it's kind of pathetic. If you're trying to if you're brand new, cool. But if you're in the company for a year, 2 years, 3 years, you've never opened up a chart, like really, come on. How do you expect to go the distance? I'm not the best trader, but I can sit down and teach you a couple things because I've actually spent the time. So I'm not saying it because I'm better than anybody else. Believe me, I'm the first one to tell you I am very imperfect. But if you want a long-term result, people are going to have to respect you. And if you want people to respect you, you got to have skin in the game. That's essentially what it comes down to. Is it worth learning FX or just copying the signals? Ian, I will tell you this. I've taken a lot of signals in my life, and that's great. Signals it's like a stress signal, right? And when you're in the woods, shoot it up. It's an indication, right? It'll get your foot in the door. But in my opinion, having your own opinion involved is very important, right? At least your own outlook involved. I tell everybody, I will take signals, but I'm not taking only the signal. I'm also, looking at my own analysis. I'm also looking at multiple things for analysis. Because why? Like one of the things that I do is if I see a signal, I'll go look it up on the harmonic scanner. And I'll look at the chart and I'll just look at the overall direction of the market. I was just telling, oh my God, Bitcoin is going crazy. Those people are definitely fired up. So what I was telling people is like, look, you can look at a chart, okay? And on a 1 hour, you could see an uptrend, but on the daily chart, it's a downtrend. And somebody may call out a signal, or somebody may tell you to take a trade based off a 1 hour time frame. But guess what? The daily says it's a downtrend. Daily says it's a downtrend. So yes, you could take signals 100%. I love that because you always have somebody else's opinion involved, but don't rely on signals only. Get in, learn a little bit. Learn a little bit. That's fine. And if you only want to take signals, that's good, but please use proper risk management. If you're only going to take signals, I'll say this. Don't be trading with no stop loss. Don't be, doing crazy drawdowns. If you're going to take signals, use proper risk management. And if you don't know how to calculate proper risk management, I'm going to post my link to this video in the chat. Getting started with imacademy.com. It's a video I did. It's on YouTube. It's about 40 minutes. It'll teach you a couple basic things. And then at least you're not going naked into the public, because that's what trading without really understanding really is. Okay, Ian, another great question. So Ian said how to choose a trainer and a strategy. What I would say, look, if you're around people that are trading a specific way, start there, right? If you're the people you're in the group with, they're trading a certain strategy, they're doing something, start there. That's that midday crash. That's how you know the grind is real. So if you're trading, with people, do that. Personally, if you've never traded a specific strategy, I highly recommend you start with harmonics and Manny Quinones. There's a reason why, okay? There's a reason why Manny Quinones is one of the top 5 educators for views in English. And there's a reason why 17,000 people have gone to his sessions. First off, harmonics are relevant for every trade you'll ever take. Harmonics, for me, are the best thing that I've ever learned. So if you want to start, look at the first top 5 educators, right? But I would really say that starting with Manny and learning harmonics is probably the best move you can make. If you're unsure of where to go, Manny is not just a good trader, he's a good teacher. So I think that's really important for us to understand. One second. Okay, is to start with harmonics. Chris Terry trades harmonics. I learned from Chris trading harmonics and Elliott Wave. So if you're unsure about a strategy, before you dive into all this other stuff, harmonics is included with the FRX Platinum package. It's included. Learn how to use it. Why? Because when you go to DeLorean, or you go to Steady, or you go to Vibrata, harmonics are relevant for everything else you do. Okay? When joining under a team, would you rather focus on your personal growth as a trader or building your team more? Okay, great question. Here's my advice. How much time are you willing to put into this on a day-to-day basis? If you can manage your time, you can do all things, right? Some people are like, man, I'm spending too much time on the charts. No, organize your time. Because you can, if you're doing 4 hours a day, you can do 1 hour of learning, 1 hour of prospecting and following up, right? 1 hour of charting, 1 hour of personal development. And you now have managed your time properly. It's just people get overwhelmed when they're not organized with their time. And it goes back to what I was saying before. If you get organized with your time, you'll never have to worry about feeling like you need to do more of one thing or more of the other. Just be strategic and be, well planned. But it's like the Michael Jordan concept. What made Michael Jordan the best basketball player of all time? Controversial, right? But what made him the best of all time? It wasn't just that he had a good jumper. It wasn't just that he was good at defense. It wasn't that he was just a good leader in the huddle. It wasn't that he could hit layups or do the up and unders or the fake dunks and the layup. It's because his game was dynamic. His game was multiple faceted. He wasn't just, good at marketing. He wasn't just good at trading, right? He focused on every piece of the game. And yeah, you're going to be better at some places than you are in others. But in my opinion, to become great, you don't focus on your strengths, guys. Focus on your weaknesses and turning your weaknesses into strengths. That's where champions are made. Champions are made in the weakness, in the failure, not in the success, not in what's easy. If you're good at hitting layups in basketball, you're not going to get better by shooting more layups. You're going to get better by working on the jumper that you are absolutely terrible at shooting. That's success. All right. What do you think? I've downloaded MetaTrader 4 and IC Markets today. If you want to trade between currencies, which strategies would you recommend? Okay, we went through that. Harmonics, Joe, great place to start, especially if you're brand new. Start with harmonics. Honestly, Joe, you're brand new to trading, like brand new. Get in the Forex basics on Go Live for your first 2 to 4 weeks. Learn from Abel Melendez, Chance and Sam Ghanem, Ralph, who's going live on Saturday, Jimmer, Joshua Walls, right? The people on the basics Forex for Go Live. If you spend 4 to 8 weeks there, awesome. I say minimum 2 to 4 because I know how people are. They want to, race. But if you have patience and you're in this for the long run, the more time you spend on Forex basics Go Live, the better, straight up. A lot of traders are stating 5% daily, but should we start and try to get consistent at 1% daily? Great question, Ian. Let me explain something to you guys. There's a trillion different strategies when it comes to trading. And there are realistic ways to get X percentage per day, right? It's realistic because you're calculating pips. You're calculating stop loss, take profit, pips. So if you see, hey, 3% a day, 5% a day, is it possible? 100%, because you're looking at stop loss and take profit. Are you going to predict the market correct every time? No. So what I would say is more so develop a good risk to reward ratio, right? A strategy that will help you, win 30 pips to risk 15 or win 50 pips to risk 25. So you have a 2-to-1, right? Get a good strategy in place. And then you won't have to worry so much about, what percentages you're after, because you'll know exactly how to decide that. Now, Ian, the video that I was talking about, the getting started with IamAcademy.com, my YouTube video, I actually go through how to calculate, pips, stop loss, take profit, and really grab your own risk management. But if somebody's telling you, you're going to get 5 to 10% daily, pedal lightly on that. Tread lightly. Is it possible? Yes, it's a little more hype than I'm tolerating personally, because it is what it is. Simon Brooks, which pack do you promote, Platinum or Elite? Honestly, it really depends, Simon. It depends, right? Some people, I think the Platinum is better. Some people, I think the Elite is better. I'm not the type of guy that I'm like, only do this or only do that. I really want almost to be like a doctor and help the person cater to that person's needs, not what I want. Not just because the Elite has more volume or a bigger fast start. That's not why I would promote it. I've actually talked some people into getting it and some people down from it. Because why? Because I want that person to be long-term. If I'm sponsoring you personally, you're making a 3 to 6 month commitment. You're not joining for 1 month, right? And I don't even care if you buy the big pack or not. Doesn't matter. But I have one guy, he really wants to trade crypto. So I'm telling him, go get DCX. This is what I say. If you are interested in Forex, crypto, HFX, get the Elite. You save a bunch of money. It's better. If you're brand new to trading and you want to keep it simple, just get FRX and start there. But if you want to learn Forex and crypto, get the Elite. If you want to do high frequency trading, get the Elite. But FRX is a must, and if somebody just wants to learn the basics of trading, they can start with FRX, Platinum package, and then work their way up. How do I divide my time? Great question, Roger. For me, it's a lot different, but the framework is still the same. I make sure that everything is scheduled and planned, everything to the minute of my life, especially when it comes to work, mentorship, all that. Everything is planned. Now, here's the thing. I only really follow like 1 or 2 pairs, right? I really follow Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple. That's it. And it's mostly Bitcoin that I'm investing in, because Ethereum and Ripple are more long-term investments. And then Bitcoin, I'm buying and selling day to day. So, for me, I keep my Bitcoin chart up on my computer all the time. And I went out and, I have a really nice computer. So I have my, I have my iMessage, my WhatsApp, my Skype, my Telegram, everything's on my computer. So where you guys see me working is where I spend most of my day. Wake up in the morning, I've got some AirPods if I want to walk around and do a call that way. But because everything is controlled, I'm able to mix my trading in with building, with being a leader, with being on calls. So it's not like I'm crossing up. I've also been doing this for 5 years. So my personal, daily regimen, I'm not like Brandon Boyd. I don't have everything perfectly aligned. I'm not like that. I think entrepreneurs, it's very hard, but I will tell you guys that I have a day-to-day, daily activities that I have to do every single day. Meditation and prayer for at least 30 minutes to an hour a day is mandatory. I cannot. So I always tell people, if you don't pray, That's fine. Meditate. If you don't pray and you don't meditate, well, turn off the lights, sit in the damn corner and think. I don't know what to tell you, right? But you need some time for reflection, right? You need some time for you, because the world moves so fast, and then you have families and spouses and video games and news and all this stuff going on, that the world moves so fast. The most important thing to me is that 30 minutes to an hour a day of silence, reflection, clarity. And that's what really keeps me going on a full force basis every single day. Every single day. Right? I get that hour. Okay, great question. How are you best overcoming emotional trading? I've got 2 things for you. Number 1, this book is mandatory. Every leader, every trader, every person who joins your team, joins your business, must read this book. It's almost mandatory. Emotional Intelligence 2.0. If emotions are involved, so I have a Chairman 50. Look at my boy Roger. Look, show leadership. That's my boy. All right, guys, this book has become mandatory. I have a Chairman 50 in my team. He had an issue in his group. He called me this morning. He's like, da, 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 da. I said, John, I gave his name away. You're still emotional. He's like, yeah, I know, but blah, 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 blah. I'm like, but you're still emotional. He's like, da, 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 da. I said, dude, we've been going for 3 minutes. I keep telling you you're emotional. You're not getting it. He's like, damn, you're right. I said, bro, that 3 minutes we just spent with the da, 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 didn't solve anything, did it? No, it didn't. See, the art of growing emotionally is really where you guys are going to take that step forward. I think this is the most pivotal thing you can read to set you in the right direction. Because if emotions are involved in your trading, in your life, in your relationships, in your business, you're always going to hit these invisible walls, because you don't realize, but you are the cause of those walls, right? Everything, life isn't about what happens to you. It's about what you do with what happens to you. So the things that happen in your life, those emotional crashes that you let emotionally frustrate you, they throw off your consistency. They throw off your leadership. They throw off your integrity. Sometimes we say things to people from a state of emotion. Somebody cuts us off and we chase them and we flip them the bird, and it throws off our entire day, when in reality, we were on a great path. We had a great month, great 2 months, but our emotions sunk all of our progress, right? That's why you see people that are alcoholics, they stop drinking. One bad thing happens, they're back and they lost all the progress, right? Great traders that are doing amazing. They get in a fight with their girlfriend and they're gone. Brandon and I have had chairmen in our team, chairmen that can't control their emotions, and they're back at zero. So the art of building up your emotional IQ is, to me, probably the most important thing. Most important thing for new traders coming into your team, and the most important thing for you guys actually becoming good traders. So thank you guys for this call. I gotta get on the move. Roger, I'll throw it to you just for some closing thoughts. But thank you guys for this great session. Ian, I see you, bro. Thank you. I see a lot of you guys on here. So thank you guys very much for participating, and for giving some good questions for us to answer. And I love that, because you know what? It helps you guys with where you are, not with where I'm at. But look, keep an eye on the markets. There's a lot of opportunity, but don't rush into trades just because they're there. Don't rush in just because the markets are low. Don't rush into oil because it's 1 penny. It doesn't mean anything unless you understand exactly what's happening on the big scheme. So thank you guys very much. We'll see you soon. Raj, I'm going to make you the host. I think that's probably what you're typing to me right now. Look at that. I'm also a professional mind reader. Hold on. There we go. Cool. Thanks, guys.
Perfect. Thank you. That was what I was typing. And thank you for that. That was, I saw that book when you were doing your chairman mentorship, and it's absolutely fabulous. Guys, as ever, the content we get when we have Brandon on, when we have Jason on, we have world-class leaders in this business who share their time with us, and they do incredible things for each and every one of us. The company is going places. Where you go with the company is completely and utterly up to you. Right now, we've got a ton of things that are stacked up for us this week. So this week we have, first of all, we've got live trading sessions with DeLorean on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So get on those calls. First of all, you get to learn. You actually get to see the traders in action, and you get the benefit of getting some signals as well. So you get both things. You get to hear directly from Tyrone where you can find access to all of his favorites and all of his basic trading. So everything you need to know is there for you right now. That gets you started making some money right now. On tomorrow evening, not connected to IM, but tomorrow evening, Fraser Brooks is doing a training, which is industry-wide. And Fraser Brooks has become a worldwide figure these days. Eric Worre rarely has an event these days where he doesn't have Fraser speaking. He's got an event that's happening tomorrow night, completely free of charge. I'm sure Simon will send the link out again for that. So if you're not booked to go on that tomorrow night, get onto that. That's well worth listening to see how you can grow your business. But then on Wednesday evening, Brandon and I will be hosting an opportunity call where we can actually present this to your new prospect right now. Honestly, guys, just as you've heard it said by Brandon, you've heard it said by Jason, I said it myself before, right now we have a phenomenal opportunity to help other people. Forget about just $25 fast start bonus. You can help people that you care for. You can help them in so many different ways. You can give them something to do rather than just going insane staring at four walls. And you can teach them something that they can take beyond this, so they can actually say that this period when we couldn't get out actually turned out to be useful for them and good for them. So get people onto Wednesday's call. Brandon will explain the opportunity to them. And we'll repeat the same thing again on Thursday, where I'll do the same thing. And Joe Gomez will be just doing some more training about how to build the business and take it on. Thank you very, very much for your time. A little bit late to get started, so a little bit late to get finished, but we will see you all later on the call. Thanks a lot for your time, guys. Bye, everyone.